Okay, here, this is the NASA Visitor Center with all the rockets and all of that. And then Mom says I pan too fast, but I'm going to do this anyway, really fast, because otherwise you'll miss all of the giant satellites over here.
Satellite dishes.
Yeah, satellite dishes, not actually satellites. And I'm going to pan back for the look across. We're getting ready to go across the Causeway. And this is a beautiful view coming across the Causeway, which is all marshland, a lot of birds, some turtles, boats, and in the far distance, that's Chincoteague Island. And they do have a drawbridge to go over because of the fishing boats that cross. Oh, sorry, we got a bridge here. Boring. There we go. They've got a drawbridge they have to go over because the fishing boats go through the channel there on that side of Chincoteague to get out to the bay. So this is all marshland and water, and they duck hunt here. In the fall, they do all their duck hunting here. So there's a lot of marsh. You can also kayak in here, but we've never tried to get in here with the boats, so I have no idea how you would do it. But we do see some boats down in here on occasion. The water's up quite a bit, so I would imagine the tide is in on the ocean side. Usually, the water that you're seeing along the road, you can usually see the mussel beds and more mud than anything else because the tide is out. Here comes somebody else with some kayaks. Now, out on this island, they have ospreys, eagles, all kinds of shorebirds, obviously, and of course the seagulls, which I'm not seeing right now. Usually you see the seagulls when the tide is out and they come in to get the mussels and all of that. But as you can see, this is all surrounded by water. Now there's a lot of construction down here. They're getting ready to build a new bridge for hurricane evacuation because they are caught right in the middle of the bay and the ocean. So there's a lot of challenges there to evacuate the island in the event of an emergency. The causeway is about 5 miles long to get out here. So you can imagine if there was a hurricane, it'd be quite a challenge for everybody to get off the island in time.
Plus the water comes over the causeway.
When there's a bad storm out here, because we're down at sea level, the water has a tendency to come up over the causeway, and if it's very windy and a bad storm, the causeway could be, parts of the causeway anyway, could be underwater. So they are extremely anxious to get this new bridge built to prevent any accidents.
Seagulls.
Here's some seagulls. And as you can see, they do a lot of advertising out here too, all the billboards and that for the stuff, the fun stuff that to do out here on the island. They've got camping and of course, the ponies, which I will try and find for you in a little while. And if we don't find them today, we'll find them. Because you can't come to Chincoteague and not see the ponies. The island's famous for the ponies. Now, in spite of the fact that this all looks like grass and a big field, it's all marshland. You can't walk out there. It's all mud and swamp. Now we're going to slow down here a little bit because we're coming into the construction. And you'll see all the cranes and that where they're building all the new bridge. And this, out here on the island, this is where I'll get your guys' saltwater taffies. Because I know you're all waiting for the saltwater taffies. And they actually do have a store out here that makes it. So it's being made out here, not being imported from somewhere else. And also they may have a whole line of crab soups and clam chowders and all of that that they actually make here on the island. They actually have a place here that makes it. So as you can see, all the cranes and that out here, this is all the construction where they're building the new bridge. And I don't know if you can see the new bridge because I can't look right now at what I'm pointing this camera at. So I have to drive through this construction.
The drawbridge.
This section here is called the Black Narrows. And unless you're in a really, really small boat, you're not going to come through here in a boat. And we're getting ready right in front there. There's the drawbridge. We're going to go over the drawbridge. Now the drawbridge opens, to my understanding, every 15 minutes for the shipping boats. And I don't know if you can see the boat yet because like I said, these roads are narrow, so I can't look. This is the Chincoteague Channel. This is the drawbridge here. And I don't know if you can see the big shipping or the fishing boats down in here waiting to go through. And we're on the island. So I'll be back at you a little bit later. Right now I'm going to pay attention to my driving.